In my last video, I gave you a list of cars I filmed and asked you which one should I upload first, and most of you chose the car we can't afford, so we're going to save the best for last. Today I want us to check out the Renault Duster. I personally wouldn't buy this car because I hate SUVs. I don't see myself spending my hard-earned money on an SUV, not now, not ever, unless I'm ordered to do so by Madam. What Madam wants, Madam gets. But if you're in the market for a compact off-roady SUV, the Renault Duster is one of the cars you should include on your list. Welcome to another video. At the moment I only like two Renault cars, Renault Clio 5 and the Duster. And by like I mean admire from a distance. I always hear people saying, hey, you should never buy a French car, wara, because they are not reliable and you struggle with parts. But then I know a lot of people who drive Renault cars, mostly Clios, and they are not complaining about anything. If you own or previously owned a Renault, tell us about your car in the comment section. We want to know the good and the bad, so that we know what we are signing up for if we decide to support this brand. Here in front, if you are seeing a Renault Sandero step where you are not dizzy, I'm also seeing it. But then it's a Renault thing. The Kiger looks like a quid. From the front end design language, you can tell the Duster is a mini off-roader. This is the Raptor of compact SUVs. There's two Duster trim levels in as far as I know. Duster Zen and Duster Intense. The Intense has the greyish insert that you see here, while on the Zen is just a black plastic. Everything else is the same. One of the key selling features of this little SUV is the ground clearance and of course the ruggedness. Some compact SUVs that I won't mention were just meant to be cute. As soon as they touch dust, you become uncomfortable. Uncomfortable as in like extremely worried. The nice 17-inch alloy wheels you are seeing here are only available on the Intense model. The Zen comes with some unappealing 16s. On top there's roof rails for surfing boards and 100,000 rands bicycles. Overall I think the side profile is okay. This is what we have at the back. The boot space is 478 liters and is slightly larger than a Corolla Cross and a Haval Jolion boot. The boring part is that the spare wheel is not in the boot. It's secured under the car just like on the Clio, and I think it's a terrible setup, but Renault doesn't see anything wrong with that. I don't normally complain about cup holders and plastic finishes in my videos, but the use of plastic in this car is hard to ignore. Almost everything you see here is plastic. Some brands try to put patterns, nice trims and soft touch material nyana here and there, but here you just get naked plastic, and for a car that costs up to 400,000 rands, this is kind of disappointing. Overall the dashboard layout is not bad. There's two USB ports, 12-volt socket, some aircon buttons and knobs. This car has about 4 cameras, so you can see what's happening around your car on the infotainment screen. The resolution is not that impressive, but at least you have the feature. I won't complain about the armrest because people will say I complain too much, but come on, what is this? I'm skinny but my arm is thicker than this armrest. This is a compact SUV, so obvious legroom for back passengers is going to be a problem. But you as the owner of the car, you sit in front when you are driving, and legroom is not a problem there. So yeah, I think that's all you need to know about the interior. Oh, the roof lining is white, I almost forgot to mention that. And you get 4 airbags. By the way, I don't really believe in airbags that much, because if it's your day, we are going to die, with or without airbags. My car only has 2 airbags and I'm cool. The Duster has a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine producing 80 kilowatts and 250 Newton meters of torque. Renault claims it moves from 0 to 100 in only 11.9 seconds and the top speed is 169 kilometers per hour. This car also has a 4-wheel drive variant with slightly more torque. The brakes are a bit jerky, especially when you are driving in slow-moving traffic, but once you get used to them, you'll be able to stop and go smoothly. I like the fact that with hard acceleration, this car doesn't scream like the second best-selling car in the country. The ride quality is satisfactory even when you are driving on bumpy roads. The car deals with the bumps quite well. This is the compact SUV you should buy if you stay in Eastern Cape. The claimed average fuel consumption for this car is 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers, and I got 5.7, which is impressive because with some compact SUVs you get unthinkable figures. So I got the Duster in Bruma with a full tank, then I drove to Sentin. From Sentin I went to Mahalisburg, and that was like an hour drive or so. The next day I drove from Mahalisburg to Bruma to return the car, and it had over half a tank when I dropped it. I only used 2 bars. Let's just say 2.5. Fuel efficiency is one of the key selling points for this car. If you are interested in the 4-wheel drive variant, it is only available in the Zen trim. There's no 4-wheel drive intense model. The entry-level model Zen starts from 358,000 rands with a manual transmission and 402,000 rands in automatic. The price difference between the entry-level auto and the top-of-the-range model is only just 8,000 rands, so you might as well just go for the top-of-the-range ones. The 4-wheel drive Zen also costs 410,000 rands, just like the top-of-the-range Intense 4x2. With your 400,000 rands, you will get a 5-year 150,000 kilometers warranty and a 3-year 45,000 kilometers service plan as standard. For the same amount, you can get a Corolla Cross with a 6 services 90,000 kilometers service plan. That's double the service plan of a Duster. And no one is saying you must buy a Corolla Cross, by the way. I'm just putting the information out there. So if you finance a 410,000 rands car for 5 years with no deposit and no balloon payment at an interest rate of 10.75%, your installment will be roughly 8,860. Add, let's say, maybe 1,500 for comprehensive insurance, 10,000 rands plus gone before you even factor in the cost of fuel. Look, all we need is money, guys. I'm tired of complaining about the cost of owning a car. If you are a dead devil like me, your 400,000 rands can get you a high mileage BMW M5, but that's a topic for another day, and you don't want to miss it. High mileage German car from We Buy Cars, just to see what's the worst that could happen. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more car content in a Mzansi context.